Hello and welcome back to another character creation video. My name's Lumin and today we're jumping into Undecember. This is a free-to-play hack and slash action RPG. Now this game is played from the top-down perspective, but you do get a lot of close-ups of your character, so the way you look kind of matters. We're going to jump in, we're going to look at what's available for the male, for the female, everything. The lot of it. Check the timestamps out if you want to jump between the different sections of this video. And with all of that said, let's get started. Male first. So, there are a limited number of options, and the options that you do have are mostly just presets. So you've got faces, and you've got hair. And that's pretty much it. Any other customization that you do will be done in-game, so it's not really part of the character creation process. It'll be in the form of equipping stuff, much like you would in most other action RPGs. So, for the male side of things, let's look at the faces. It does change pretty drastically what your character looks like in this region right here, but not so much on the rest of the body. And you can unfortunately not zoom in any further. Like if you zoom, it takes you there. If you zoom again, it takes you there. That's pretty much it. But I gotta say that, like, graphically, it looks pretty crisp. You know, you want to look on the bright side. I think that you are fortunately enough looking at a pretty decent engine here. The character models, they have a whole lot of detail on them, and then once you've, like, you know, sort of settled on a face, you can actually customize it a little bit by choosing the skin tone. And I suppose in terms of skin tones, they do have a decent enough selection. They got the grays here, which you don't always see. I mean, it's not really technically gray, but it's sort of not really a brown, it's not really a black, it's not really, it's actually sort of like a gray. Okay. And then you got the richer colors like these, and you can go pretty dark. It's sort of like, I always try to look where the limits are, you know, what the brightest one is, what the darkest one is, and then what they give you that's different. Yeah, so you can do this on all of them. You can see that they sort of suggest the skin tone as you select each face. It sort of jumps between them. A lot of them are settled on this block right here, but, you know, like as an example, you select this one, they're kind of telling you, hey, this guy's down here. But, you know, if you don't want him down there, you can just pop him onto the other one. Or you can take this guy and throw him on there. And what you can do, along with all of that, is obviously change the hair. So let's have a look what's available. We can turn the character model, at least. So you can see what's cracking at the back. Not all that much. On the male side of things, you don't really have any long styles. You've got some shorter styles. The only style that has slightly longer hair hides it all in a bun. But we get to change the color. So we take this trendy haircut right here, and we can go crazy with red. It's sort of half red, okay? It's not, they don't give you like, you know, full RGB control here. But hey, I mean, these are decent colors. They are breaking the mold a little bit by throwing in some pinks, some purples, and some reds. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. Obviously, in terms of customization, I mean, it's a little disappointing. It's a little disappointing because, I mean, I've just gone through everything on the male character, and that's it. We can do different combinations here. So if we want to go bald head, and then jump back to the face, sort of see what it looks like. I mean, these are really good-looking faces right here, for real. But there's really only so much you can do with two sections. It's like I sit here and I think to myself, it feels like they've forgotten to add the rest of them. Because it feels like this menu goes here, and then it goes over here, and then it goes back down there. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess this was just a choice that they actually made. So we're going to jump back. Let's have a look at the females. Female character looks good. I mean, the male character looked good. For real. It looked fantastic. And I think that there's a little bit more variety. I mean, you know, as, as much as could be allowed for the females. They're all rather pretty. So you can sort of expect all the characters you run into in the game world to be relatively attractive. That's just what you're working with here. So I can't believe I said there's more variety. I felt like there was more variety, but upon further reflection, I retract that statement. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just blundering through this along with you guys. Let's see. Let's see what the skin tones tell us. Do they tell us an interesting tale? I'm hoping to find something interesting in the hair selection. I like this. It could potentially allow you to live out your life as what, like a dark elf or something? I don't know. I don't know. That is a beautiful and fantastically rich brown. Like, that's a really, really nice tanned skin color or nice brown skin or whatever. Like, this whole row at the bottom here, it's like they hit that magical sweet spot where it just looks good, you know? Once again, as I mentioned, you can sort of put the, you know, on any of them. You can sort of pop it on there. You can see what it looks like. It's mix and match. Let's check the hair out, okay? Let's check the hair out. So, long hair. Long hair on one side. Long hair tied in the ponytail. I mean, that's nice. Shorter hair. We got the bob. And then we got the slightly wilder long hair. I mean, these two are like relatively similar. It's like this one didn't really brush their hair in the morning. This one kind of did, you know. And this one decided to brush it to the one side instead. And this one decided to tie it up. But all the hair's lengths are pretty much the same. So, I don't know. Hair colors. Let's pick this one. Let's look at the colors, what they look like here. The red seems to be more impactful on the female character model because... I'm sorry, I'm like making these wild gestures with my hands, even though you can't see them, because you've got more hair to work with. And, I mean, that's nice. That's nice. They look better on the female model. Yeah, even the pink. Actually, I feel like they just sort of screwed the males out of this completely. The colors are just more vibrant here. Yeah, it's nice. Kind of nice. And there you have it. You have basically just witnessed everything in the Undecember character creator. That's the customization available. And you witnessed it all in basically complete silence. I don't know, there doesn't seem to be any music in the menu here. I find it a little weird. It's like, it's actually on the verge of being eerie. I mean, you can undeniably make some pretty beautiful characters, but when it gets to a point where you can literally only make beautiful characters that all sort of look kind of a little bit the same, let's just say it gets a little boring, right? It gets a little boring. I've seen character creators like this before, where the characters, no matter how much you change them, they always end up looking kind of the same, you know? Kind of the same. But there you have it. I'd love to hear from you guys what you think. I am obviously a little disappointed by the fact that there's not all that much that you can change. I do not know if there's going to be something extra that'll be added to the store as a, like, you know, after the fact purchase. I don't know much about what's going to happen with the game. I couldn't answer that for you. So if any of you guys want to contribute to this video, for perhaps anyone that wants to check this video out in the future and know more about what's going on in Undecember, please leave those comments, be part of the process. Enlighten us. I'd honestly love to hear. I've not played the game for myself. I just wanted to make a character in it. That's what I do. And yeah, I mean, kind of lackluster. Not that much going on. Although, if you want to look on the bright side, if you want to look for those positive points, which I honestly do like to do, the positive points are that this engine seems to have fantastic looking characters. The character models are detailed. They are gorgeous. And I guess it would make for some relatively fine cinematics. But, you know, in terms of customization, in terms of actual character creation options, it's disappointing. It is disappointing. There's really not much here. But hey, we looked at it. We did it. Thanks, guys, for joining. So, check back here soon for more. Give this video a like and share it and do all that other good stuff. You're giving the content a like. Not the game, right? Keep that in mind, please, please. Judge it fairly, but harshly. Do it. Thank you once again for joining. Happy that.